Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. You know, Senator, let me pick up on the conversation I just had on those Trump tax cuts. On Monday, President Biden was on the air, and I didn't watch it. We have monitors in here, so I could see when he started speaking, the NASDAQ was roaring. It was taking off. The entire market, all of a sudden, it started coming down, and then it turned red. And of course, the market turned around after President Biden left the podium. Later on, I learned, or I saw that he took a shot at successful people and businesses. He claimed that the former pay no taxes and that the latter are gouging customers. So that spooked the stock market. What are Republicans talking about right now? When do Republicans start to promote the fact that those Trump tax cuts have been phenomenal, to David's point, for the economy and to a degree for the stock market?
Well, you're right about that, Charles. And what the Tax Cut and Jobs Act did was to really give that boost to small businesses, a lot of the pass-through entities, the small moms and pops, because it gave them a deduction and put them in a posture that they had not had previously. So what did they do? They expanded, they grew, they hired employees, wages went up. And as you saw this economy grow, what did you see? You saw inflation come down. When Joe Biden went into office, it was 1.4%. And now what do you have today? Overall, it's about 18%. Fuel cost for your car up over 50%, food cost up over 20%. To heat your house, it's up over 30%. That's what the American people are dealing with. And we have to extend these tax cuts, because if you don't, businesses can't plan. They can't look at capital investment. They can't figure out how they're going to hold where they are, much less how they're going to be able to expand.
I know that you're working on a real special project. In fact, you've been a fighter for children since your days in the House, and now you want to go after, Instagram's Reels, for instance. You have the Kids Online Safety Act, and I know on January 31st, also the Senate's Judiciary, which you sit on the committee. You're bringing in 5 companies: Snap, TikTok, Meta, Discord, and Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter X. Tell us about this act and why it's so important to you.
The Kids Online Safety Act would give children and parents the toolbox they need to keep themselves safe online, and it would require these social media companies to have a duty of care and to do safety by design. What we have learned by meeting with all of these parents and teachers and pediatricians and church groups and different people that are involved, and there are over 230 organizations, by the way, that support this bill, and 49 U.S. senators are co-sponsors on this. But what we have learned is that now children are meeting drug dealers, they're meeting pedophiles online, they're being groomed online. We also know that some of these platforms push content that has to do with bullying, with eating disorders, and holding social media to account for this content that children are being exposed to. Pornography, things, Charles, there are laws in the physical world where you can expose children to this. It would be a crime. But then in the virtual space, it's the Wild West.
Wow. We've got the right sheriff going in there with you. Really hope you can clean it up. And I want to wish you a happy holidays if I don't see you again real soon.
And Senator, to you also, my friend.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right.